tired of this. You know, you get green, white checkers at the end of the race, and you know, just people are just going to drive through everyone. So we're on in the wrong lane on the short end of the stick as usual, and you know, we're in a decent spot there, and you just go into the S's and they just plow through you and put you in the marbles. It's ridiculous. This racing is just ridiculous. Good joke. Oh well. What are you gonna do?
So how do you feel about? I mean, how do you feel?
I don't really care anymore, and I just don't. I don't really understand. You know how guys can call themselves, you know, the best in the world when they just drive through everyone on restarts at the end of these races. So it's very frustrating, but yeah, just it is what it is these days. So I'm out of here.
Why did I include those clips at the beginning of the video? Well, because my sentiment is literally just exactly what Truex said. I'm out. I'm done. He doesn't care. And you know what? I don't either. We are on the same wavelength. I totally understand. And I get it. This is going to be basically a Truex video. Basically. But he ran top 10 all day. He was fine. Then we get to the end of these races, and then people just... I was watching. I was focusing on Truex. Just Austin Dillon being stupid, and someone else just threw it in there 3 wide, and then 4 wide, and Truex just gets cucked out of everything. And everybody just drives like an absolute stupid dumbass at the end. It just turns into bumper cars, and it's a joke. It's a joke. It's exactly what Truex said. The culture of current NASCAR is so bad with just the racing etiquette and how it gets at the end of these races. Is there a way to fix it? I don't know. Green, white checkers, maybe that should stop being a thing so we have less of that. And just because, no, it wasn't as bad. It's like, did you not watch the back half of the pack still plowing through each other? Just because they didn't wreck doesn't mean that, it was super clean and respectful throughout the whole fucking 30-plus car field. No, stop. I'm just so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. And also what's frustrating, too, because this is what? 9 out of the last 10 weeks he's had bad runs. 3 of them were for driver error. The other 5 were from him getting in a wreck or a mechanical failure or something. It's miserable. And I have no hope going into Bristol he's going to make it to the next round. So, and if Truex doesn't care, then the rest of the next 6 races or whatever is just going to be zombie Truex that's just not going to care. It's sad. It's fucking sad. And Truex is kind of the embodiment of the last of an era of drivers that would race clean. The drivers that would actually, drive with some kind of fucking decency. And I've done an every win Truex video. I'm actually working on it. I've actually completed it. I literally did an every win video. I have it done. I will update if he wins, but that's not going to happen. So I have it all done. Literally the only win in his entire repertoire is 2017 Vegas, where he pretty much got lucky that his car just exploded or fell apart at the end. I'm trying to find it just to give some kind of reference to it. But yeah, it's this one. With 2 to go, Brad's car just falls off and Truex wins. That's the only lucky win he's had in his whole career. Every race win he's had to earn, and it feels so goddamn satisfying because you know what? People may get bored. They may be annoyed that he wins straight up, but you know what? I can at least say that he's got more legit wins than Logano, where like 12 of his wins are bullshit, or because of luck, or because of running through people, or because plate track equals equivalent of anything else. It's such a joke. It's such an absolute fucking joke, but yeah, got that ready. I'm looking forward to posting that when it's done. And my point, he's the last of an old guard. Can't even say, I guess Kyle Busch and Hamlin, but Hamlin's kind of rolled in the dirt with the shit he thinks he's on track. I guess Kyle Busch would be the last one. But, God, that's sad. The fact I even have to mention that, I don't even know what to say. But yeah, the last of it just, and it's sad because he can win. He has it when he has speed. He can fucking win. And it's so sad to see that just nobody races with dignity. The era of NASCAR I grew up in has been long since dead. I guess people just assume I just am only a Truex fan. For context purposes, I've been fans of other drivers long before Truex, whether that be Dale Jr., Mark Martin, Matt Kenseth. Those are just a few. Kurt Busch and Truex kind of became a fan around the same time, 2013. So it's just, and I've long since a NASCAR fan. Why would I be a fan of this dumb format and all the bullshit that's happened? The way these cars were designed with the Gen 7 ones, how they were not objectively safe. Ended Kurt's career. That's annoying. Wait until the shoe's on the other foot when your favorite driver has their career just ruined because of injury, because the car was not safe. So that's also fun. I'm glad to get to experience that. And just like I was saying, he's just the last of an era. And he just simply doesn't belong in this era. If people want to be happy with green, white, checkered, since we've had, 12 now? This is the most we've ever had. And people's sentiment or people's grievances with overtimes being just exhausting. Yeah, there's some merit to it because we've never had it to this extent. We haven't had 12 in a season. We've had 11 in 2017. We've had 10 in 2005, 2012, and 16, but not to this extent. And it gets old. That's why 2003 Darlington's still the best, because it was over the course of a 50 plus lap green flag run that naturally ended up like that. It wasn't just a green, white checker finish that was just, it doesn't feel the same. You can have as super close a finish as you could possibly have. You could have statistically the closest finish ever. If it's going to be on a green, white checker, then it's just well, I'm not shocked. It's almost kind of expected. So I'm just tired of it. This race was not a banger. The race was not just anything to freaking, run home about. It was just typical Watkins Glen, except not as bad. So instead of it being a 1 out of 10, it's 1.2. Congratulations, or maybe a 2. I'll be adventurous and go that far. But watching people try to pass a car, and it takes 30 laps at some point. It's just ridiculous. It shouldn't have to be like that. The car is so bad. These road courses is pitiful. And I'm tired of it. Truex is checked out. I have no hope at Bristol because Truex, for whatever reason, just isn't good at Bristol. So I got no hope. I got 1% just in case something insane happens. But almost nothing ever goes Truex's way. I mean, in order for him to win, he just has to straight up just be the best ever to win. Because I guess that's just how it is. But also because he's not a dirty racer. And it's nice to know that when I look through these every win videos, and literally only one win was on luck, and everything else he had to earn and was the best, makes me feel pretty goddamn good about it. Even the non-points one, which he's only had 3. So yeah, that makes me feel very satisfied. And yeah, it's comforting to hear and feel. But yeah, the culture of everything's just so fucked. I don't want to be around for it. I really don't. I am checked out this year. I've had so much grievances with this sport. I'm tired of having Stockholm Syndrome about it. I'm tired of being fucking miserable about it. If Truex is eliminated, I'll be oh, thank fucking God. I will care even less. And then by the time it gets next year, I'm not going to bother watching the Cup Series. There's no point. And I know, but what if he's running the frickin' Daytona? What? Daytona's one of his statistically worst tracks. Who cares? He's going to wreck. That's his MO. That's his trademark. Of all tracks to return, that's like saying, oh, Jimmy Johnson's going to return to the Cup Series, but he's running at Darlington, fucking Watkins Glen. Or Matt Kent is coming back to the Cup Series, but he's racing at Sonoma, one of his worst tracks. It doesn't thrill me. It's just it's just another race Truex is going to wreck. Unless Truex literally changes his entire mindset of that race and just says, fuck it, and just tries to go 100% the whole way, and I don't get another stage win. I don't know. Truex has the most stage wins. That's fun. Too bad Larson's going to surpass that. Too bad when Chase Briscoe's going to get in that car and probably do better. Everybody's going to think, oh, Truex was just washed the whole time. So even when I'm away from him, I'm going to be hearing that shit. So I'm going to be miserable even if I am away from it. So that's fun. I'm tired of it. It's so exhausting. I'm just... Why invest in this? We got fucking Suarez that was barely 16th, or, barely... top 15, or not 15, 18th to 20th in points. We've had, but now they have 2 good races. Now they're just going to be good to the next round. 17th, 18th, and 19th, all in a trio. Just that's what happens when you throw in a plate, basically a draft track that's like a plate track and a road course. That's what happens, and they're getting exactly what they want. You know what? The best way to stop the ratings, to really hit them where it hurts for NASCAR, just don't fucking watch. Do what Dave Moose said. Don't watch. I know it's kind of like a shitty thing to even argue with, because what if somebody like is literally trying to make an argument why the Star Wars like sequel series, like the modern sequel series, is so broken with the story and everything, and someone's going to present you with all these informations of how, oh, this is like a logical inconsistency, this doesn't tie with this plot point, and then you just say don't watch. That negates all conversation. That's not engaging in conversation. That is literally a 1-year-old element of stupid. I'm tired of it. It's so fucking dumb. I'm tired of being miserable. There's no fun games to play. New World of Outlaws game, I saw 8 minutes of that. I was like, yep, that's just like 2022. I see the contact physics. It's just as stupid as before. It literally looks like it drives the same. It's just updated schemes and maybe more tracks and maybe more car. Don't care. I'm just in such a miserable, constant state. I mean, probably because these came source too. That doesn't really help it either. And I take fucking B12 here. That doesn't, I guess, maybe it's helped make it heal faster. So instead of dealing with it for like 3 weeks, it's like 2.5. I don't know. It's just so exhausting. I'm just so tired of it. What do I say? It's just typical. As soon as I saw that with 2 to go, it's like, yep, I'm going to get mad because people are just going to fucking do something stupid and Truex is going to get fucked out. And that's exactly what happened. I can just see it happening before it even happens. And it's just draining to see your driver just fucking literally get cucked 6 out of the 9 races, or whatever the freaking stat is, or something. To go from someone that was running like 4th in points now to 15th, 20th is his best finish in like multiple weeks. It's fucking embarrassing. And it's like, and that's the thing too, is like with Truex, I kind of have expectations, championship caliber expectations, because he's kind of a good fucking driver. And to see this happen, to see the shit luck he has, and granted, he's had 3 driver errors and then a D and F, but that doesn't excuse the other 5. That does excuse the other 5. Whatever. It's just exhausting. It's miserable. And I'm just... I don't even blame him. I don't even blame him for being fucking frustrated with this. It's just a farce. It's just an absolute fucking farce. You can have as amazing a finish as it fucking could possibly be. But if it's going to be under green, white, checkered scenarios, then I'm not going to be fucking swayed by it. This race was saved by the ending, by the public, and everything else is ignored because that's all that matters. That's literally like what 2019 freaking Kentucky was, where literally the entire race was forgettable except for the ending. And again, that was during that little time period where I wasn't watching, and even I knew, okay, finish was good, but that was general consensus. So I don't know. I'm just exhausted with all of it. So looking forward to this year being fucking over with. And we'll get another fucking probably bullshit Mickey champion that doesn't deserve it. Even though right now we've had a normal fucking points battle the whole time. We've had Tyler Reddick be really goddamn consistent. And also, Buescher won, but it just feels kind of hollow because he's not in the playoffs. So it just kind of like, it kind of feels like it means nothing. So that's hollow. I don't know. It's just like, even if you win, but it's like the format is so fucking stupid that it's like, well, you really only got 26 races to win, because if you're not in the playoffs and then you get to win after that, then it's like, well, then there's really no point. You're not getting $1 million bonus for making the playoffs or something because you win and all that. And it's just like, well, it just kind of feels hollow. It's just like, it feels like all too little too late, even though Buescher is running 12th in points, and no matter what he does, he's just always going to be labeled as 17th in points. So in the history books, it's going to look like he ran horrible, even though he didn't. Considering we have 23 instances of people winning that were 17th in points or lower in the last 10 years, 23 fucking instances, and now we're starting, and the public's maybe starting to realize that, hey, this is stupid. I guess we had to have Harrison Burton be winning and Austin Dillon winning to kind of get that mindset in, I guess. I don't know. It's and people think like, oh, you're not a NASCAR. It's like, yeah, why would I? Why fucking would I? I don't even know anymore. And I stayed around for 10 extra years Really, because 2014, like even before the fucking format came out, or even when the format was announced, the friends I was talking to at that time were all making jokes saying Dale Jr. doesn't even have to try the rest of the year. He won Daytona, it doesn't matter. We were already making jokes. We already knew that format was stupid as soon as it came out. Why did it take 10 years for people to realize that? I have no idea. So, I don't know. But I sticked around for this long because of the drivers. And then one by one, they were whittled away. First it was Dale Jr., then it was Matt Kenseth, then it was Kurt. I guess Mark Martin long before then, but then Kurt, and now Truex. And then after that, I can fucking not give a shit. That doesn't mean, I want to make that fucking clear, because nobody watches these videos to understand it, apparently. I know this video is way too goddamn long, but nobody understands it, that I won't be actively trying to watch the races. I won't make an effort to. I'll probably hear about shit on Twitter about it and in my Discord group, because I can't really escape that. I guess I could. I could just literally fucking go AWOL and just not exist on the internet at all, and then I wouldn't be able to know. But either way, I'll probably hear about it, so I may make an occasional videos. And people think like, oh, you still to watch. Has anyone ever even seen my fucking playlist? You could see that the fucking drastic dip in uploads from 2022, because I think it was like 38, and then 2023 was like 42 or 43, which is a jump. And then this year it's 16 uploads so of NASCAR related discussion topics. So I can, looking at the fucking math objectively, my interest has dipped even less, even more, because I don't want to be fucking talking about it, at least as much. There may be chances. I mean, by the time next year comes around, I'll be probably talking a lot about it because of how stupid shit is. Because it seems like every week there's something stupid happening. I guess it depends on the scale. I need to fucking make a scale of like out of 1 to 10 of how absurd it is. And if it's above a 5, then I guess I'll talk. I don't know. But yeah, hit them where it hurts, and don't watch, don't support it. That will get them fucking realizing something's wrong, and then maybe they'll change something. But if people keep tuning in, even if you have grievances, nothing's gonna change. Nothing ever changes unless there's a lack of demand, lack of money flow. There's so much stupid shit. It's like, oh, we want to cost cut, we want to cost save on and everything with the Gen 7 car. Yet we literally go to tracks. We literally made a land into a Frankenstein drafty plate track thing, where it will enact and enable more chaos. We have overtimes that will enable more chaos, more money being burned. So is that really their agenda? No, it's all about entertainment above all else. And unfortunately, I thought racing came with entertainment, but every extraordinary thing has felt ordinary because the way everything's structured enacts all this shit, and I'm tired of it. I'm so exhausted about it. I'm so tired of Truex getting fucked over in so many bullshit ways, and it's just tiring. That's all it ever is tiring, and I just want to be out of here. But I want to at least try to see it through the fucking end of the season, because I made this far, but I don't even know. I mean, I don't even blame Truex. I have no expectations of him making it past Bristol, even advancing next round, because he literally fucking sucks there, for whatever the reason. And if Truex says he don't care, why do I got an interest? Why do I got faith? And again, it's not even like I'm like disappointed that I'm disappointed he's disappointed. I am absolutely with him. I get it. I fucking get it. Truex doesn't belong in this modern era. He is from a bygone era, and unfortunately, he didn't want to stoop to those levels of just plowing through people and being like everyone else. I kind of respect it. But unfortunately, that's just not how it is. You had to be a fucking dirtbag. Why? I don't want to be. I don't want to support a driver that's a dirtbag. I don't have any interest in watching something that I don't have an interest in with the drivers. It's just I fucking can't. And with everything the format is, why do I can't be a fan of it? So I just can't wait for it to be over with. And I'm only making this video too, it's just as a fucking video diary, as a time capsule, and also because maybe I can get my YouTube threshold to make the bare minimum to get a paycheck too. So that also kind of helps too. Whatever pennies or dollars I get out of any of these. I don't know. I'm just so done. So done with it. And people that are saying the same thing or feel the same at this point, don't fucking watch. I am with them on that. And also the freaking bullshit too with Mike Joy telling people, any people that are complaining about Fox's broadcast, call them keyboard warriors. That's fucking insulting. It's like every person I've watched just eventually just is an asshole, including me. It just literally just devolves into that. The Joker was right in Dark Knight. Either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. NASCAR and me and everyone, it just has become that. I don't know. It's gross. I don't want any part of it. This is just rambling so fucking miserable person in a dark room because it's 4 in the fucking morning. So I don't care anymore. I guess I do. I guess I care enough to make a video. But yeah, what do I say about Watkins Glen? What do I possibly say? Watkins Glen was just another case of epic amazeballs finish, but at the cost of everything. I don't care if there's an amazing finish if it results in a 2-lap sprint. This car is such trash road courses. Yes, it's still technically better. It took 35 laps for a car to pass someone on older tires, so we're making progress. I'll give you a tiny golf clap for that. But it's still basically a joke. This car is literally just an inverse of the Gen 6 car of the strengths and weaknesses. It's just literally flipped. And short tracks are ruined. And the road courses are ruined. So that's a good, 10, 12 races there on the schedule. Just guaranteed shit. So that's fun. But it was tiny bit better than before because tire wear was a thing. Again, it wasn't the 4 seconds that they were talking about in practice. It was really like 1.3 seconds or something. But that took almost the entire run for that to happen. I remember Van Gisbergen was behind Chastain for God knows how long and just couldn't pass. It's just like, well, that's annoying. It's just so frustrating. And that's 12 races right there. 6 road courses and maybe 6 short tracks. I don't know exactly the number. Unless we get like miracle situations where there's rain, then maybe it'll be interesting. But really, it's mainly not because of the rain, but because of the freaking rain tires that have treads in them. So there's not as much contact with the tire on track, which almost tells me maybe we shouldn't have as big of a fucking tire. So maybe that wouldn't happen. But they're not going to change that. They're not going to fucking do that. They'll fucking do everything with the tires. With horsepower help, maybe. I mean, it might make it worse. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I don't know. But if anything I know is probably less tread in tires would probably produce better racing. I mean, that's at least feasible. And it's so frustrating, too, because like all they have to do to add horsepower is just take a plate off. It's literally just like removing a piece of paper off a table and then going through leaps and bounds to do everything but get that paper off the table. Like, oh, we'll cut the edges so it's not as big, or we'll just kind of move it a little bit. It's just so dumb. Just dumb. But yeah, I mean, what do you expect? Another week Truex gets cucked over by something out of his control. Darlington was just embarrassing. Atlanta, he got wrecked by just circumstance. And of course, Ryan Blaney just so lucky to smack the right side of the car with of his ass with the wall. That's fine. It damages his left side. It's fine. Truex does that. It's just like it just destroys it. And of course, Ryan Blaney ends up finishing like top 5. And it's like, well, that's fun. That would have been nice to been Truex, but no, because everything sucks. That's what happened, and now that's fun. That's riveting. Glad that can occur. I'm glad. And it's not even like it is a bit unprecedented to have this many streaks in a row of bad fortune. I mean, even until last year where Truex was off, he at least was finishing the goddamn races. Granted, like 15th to 20th, most of them, but at the end. But like, at least he was getting wrecked out every single fucking time. It's just miserable. And maybe it's the context too that this is his last full-time season. So it's like, I guess there's that too, that compounds it, that just makes it even more infuriating. It's like 2017 Dale Jr. all over again, where except Jr. wasn't wrecking a lot. It was just being terrible. So I'm getting a throwback to that, except at least back then I had a backup driver, or many backup drivers up to that point. So it didn't feel as bad. Now it's just pure fucking misery. So I don't know. But that tells you, if that Watkins Glen finish doesn't fucking wow me, then no finish will. No anything. I don't know. I'm just it's so jaded, so cynical. This sport does not attract people like me, and I want no part of it. I want no part of it past this season. People will be thinking, oh, why don't you quit now? I made it like 28 races. I made it 3/4 in a quarter. I made it 80% of the year. I don't know. I'll just see it through the goddamn end, and just have 8 more weeks of this or whatever is left, and just be pissed. So can't wait for November. Really can't. Really looking forward to having a bullshit winner. Tyler Reddick, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson. They've had like this great battle like this whole season of it being like relatively close with factoring in stage points, not counting the Winston Cup stuff, but just other racing's race reference stuff. It's actually been entertaining just watching that. And that's apparently all that really is the most. That's been like the most exciting part, is watching that battle, because nobody's been really able to run away with it to stupid degrees. It's been close. That's your entertainment. That is my entertainment, because nothing on track for the most part seems to be doing that. Darlington, even though the finish was exciting, there's a part of me that still feels it was just kind of bullshit. It's just like every other Darlington race where second place just runs down a leader, can't pass because the car's stupid. So, I mean, I kind of wanted to have hope Kyle Busch could do something magical, but you would need to have a stupid, like a car 5-10 times better to even have a shot at passing them at Darlington. And that's just kind of the pattern. You'll be seeing it more. Happened last year in Michigan. Happened last year at freaking Nashville. Happened this year at freaking Darlington, for example, and probably many other instances. Or it's just frustrating. You can see them run them down from like a second back, get to like 4/10, and then they stall. They can't do anything. Then they fall back again, lose another second, then they reel them back. It's just exhausting. Because I know they got the faster car, but it's just like they can't do anything a lot of the times. Unless, there's a big blatant driver like what Gisbergen did, which was very unusual. That's the reason why that magical finish even happened to begin with. So I don't know. Don't know. I guess I don't care, but I guess I care enough to upload. So there's some hypocrisy in that. I don't know. I want to go to bed. I'm tired. Enjoy this freaking 28+ minute ramble. But I'm just done. I'm just so exhausted. I just can't wait for this year to be over. I'm done. What do I take out of this? We got Bristol. It'll probably be not as egregious in the spring compared to the tire fall, because that was just kind of an accident. Really, it's like Bristol and Kansas are like really the two big standout races of the year, where flag to flag goes great. Not because of the finish, but just the whole race was well-rounded and like fucking awesome. That's the only two I could think of. The rest are just literally and just kind of I don't remember. Dover was just another case of second place couldn't catch first, and it's a battle of just dirty air. And gone are the days where we can have those epic battles like in 2016, 2006. It's just not going to happen. Because when you're leading, you just have such a blatant advantage. Unless it's at a track where you have multiple groups and you can kind of take a different lane and have a shot. Because if you're in the same wake of the car, like Darlington or something, it's just not going to happen. And it's gross. It's just annoying. Because you're never going to get like a 50-lap green flag run that ends up in a natural, photo finish battle. It's just really not going to happen anymore in this culture. And you're just going to get more green-white checkers, more people just plowing through each other, watching the playoff positions just freaking shuffle at random, where people gain and 10 lose spots on a whim because of a restart, because at the end everybody gets stupid. People forget the 2022 rule where a sign broke the entire freaking playoffs, even though it was a sign that was on track for like 30 laps prior, but they didn't mention it or bring it up because of entertainment, because that triumphs over everything. That whole year was such a fucking shit show. There's so many instances of like fucking bull hockey. I don't know. I'm done. There's your video for the week. I wish I had something more, but I'm not really in a state of wanting to talk anymore. I wish I could fucking live stream, but I just can't talk for 3 fucking hours. Because everything fucking hurts. I hate it so fucking much. Don't even have the energy to be energetic. Maybe it's because I'm tired, but like, I just don't have it in me right now. I'm just so disgusted with everything about this. And it's so fucking helpless because there's nothing that I could do. Anyone can do to fix these fucking problems because it's never going to change. It's just going to keep getting worse and more stupid. And you're just gonna have a culture of just green white checker. You fucking one of these days, Carson Hosabis, I can't even talk, is gonna plow through someone and win and cry and thank God, and that Austin Dillon did that too. And it's so gross. I'm done. What do I gotta say? There's nothing more I can add. I'm done. See you later.